Hello, everybody. I hope everyone is doing great. In today's video, we're going to go over what's the best way to create a new form in a Zoho Creator application. The system gives you several options to create a new form, but today we're going to explore a new approach. So we're going to be working with this application, Design on Demand, which is an app where we're actually developing to create designs on demand with AI for specific brands and products. And today we want to incorporate to the process the ability to recognize what the brand essence is. So if we try to add a new form, we know that Zoho Creator gives us either build it from scratch. If you know what the fields of your form are, you can just manually drag and drop each of the fields and configure all the settings. But you can also, if you already have data on a CSV file or a spreadsheet with all the information that you want to use, you can actually just import the file and build the form off that information that you already have. And the brand new option that we have is using the LLMs. In this case, Zoho's LLM, which is Zia. All you need to do is give it a brief description of what do you want the form to be like, and it's going to give you a pretty good representation of the fields that you might need based on the description that you give it. But today, I want to take it a step further. So, like I said before, we want to understand what the essence of a brand is. And the first step that we recommend that you do is to go into Perplexity, which is an LLM for research. And we want you to actually ask the question, just like this. We're trying to understand what the essence of a brand is. And I'm wondering what relevant questions one should ask in order to get to the essence of a brand. And the system is going to give you a very, very insightful response. I mean, with these questions, we can literally just take these questions and build our form. But in order to simplify it, I went a step further and say, okay, I need to distill it down to the top 10 questions that you can provide with the ones that you can provide a brand essence insight. Can you give me the top two for each category? And it did. Give me the top two questions for each of the categories. And this is pretty good. I mean, so we're going to take this as our foundational questions for the form that we want to build inside the application. So again, do the research. Don't assume that because you know what the questions should be, that you're considering all the options. And even if the client gives you like a specific form that you need to follow, if you run it through this process, you're going to be able to make suggestions as far as either additional questions that you should consider including in your form, or you actually remove some of the questions that don't really make sense. So that's going to be a step one. Step two is taking these questions that we have already researched and then going to a different LLM, which is Claude. And Claude is a different LLM because Claude is pretty good with coding. So we built a prompt that you can actually just give Claude, and you're going to be able to get this prompt in the description below. So just feel free to copy, replace with the questions that you came up with from your previous step, and then run this prompt. And what the prompt here does is asking Claude to create a JSON data structure, which is a fancy word for a valid file, that has at least two consecutive rows of sample data. That's actually the requirement that we need in order for the data to be just easily imported into Zoho. This is key. This need to be tabular JSON with at least two consecutive rows of sample data. So by giving it the questions and giving it this prompt, it's going to actually give us the sample data that we need in order to create our form. And all we need to do is either download the JSON here into your computer, come back into Zoho Creator. It says choose the option to import with data, because now we have the questions and the data. And then just look for that file, full questionnaire, and boom, the system has recognized the name of the form, brand strategy assessment, the key questions that we're asking, which is top 10. Can you see here? It's 2 rows, 10 columns. And then all you need to do is click create. And with this, you have actually created a form that it's insightful. It has sample data in it. And you can actually just design or adjust any of the settings that you want. But here's our top 10 questions. If I access this form, I'm going to be able to see the questions here. If I go to the view form, I can see the sample data. But now I have the key questions in here, and now I'm going to be able to design and play with this structure inside my application. But at least now I know that the questions that I have here have been thoughtfully researched, and then I just use Claude, thoughtfully researched with Perplexity, and then we use Claude, to get the correct structure on a JSON, on a tabular JSON format, in order to just import it into Creator and be able to create that form. And for that, we're going to give you the prompt that you can just use and replace with the information of your forms. And if you run it through Claude, you're going to be able to get this sample data every time. And all you need to do is import it into Zoho Creator to get the form that you need. So this is just another way that you can follow in order to create robust and meaningful forms in Zoho Creator. So what do you think? Is this a better way to build a form in Zoho Creator? Let us know in the comments. What do you think? And also, if there's anything else that you would like us to, put together on another video, please let us know in the comments as well. Thank you.